I'm Lindsay Demuth. I'm the owner and an instructor here at Yoga Studio, located in downtown Dover, Ohio. I'm putting this video together as a quick little intro flow for anybody who's new to yoga and wants to get a little taste of what a practice is like, and also have a little bit of an understanding of what to expect when walking into the studio for the first time. This is also a great little add-in if you already have an existing at-home practice. It's a great little flow to start your day with to set a really nice tone and some really nice energy to carry with you throughout your day. If you're new to the practice, a couple things before we get started. As we move through our sequence, all the inhales and exhales will be through the nose unless otherwise instructed. And if I'm guiding into a pose that's uncomfortable or you just know you shouldn't take your body there, then by all means come out of the posture or back off of it a little bit, making sure that you're honoring your body and always staying safe in your yoga practice. So with that being said, we'll go ahead and get started. We're going to come to Sukhasana to begin with, so just an easy cross-legged position on the mat. If that's not available, any other sort of seated posture is just as good. We're going to bring the hands to the knees, palms facing up, gently closing the eyes. Rooting down through the sit bones, lengthening the spine and reaching through the crown of the head. Relaxing the shoulders, the arms, the forehead, cheeks, space between the eyebrows, and softening the eyes. We always want to start our yoga practice with just a few moments of getting centered. So coming to an awareness of the breath and allowing that to calm the mind, finding some stillness there, quieting the chatter of the day. And we want to keep that breath awareness as we move through our practice, really allowing that to anchor the mind in the present moment with the body on our mats. We'll take 3 more breaths here. And then gently opening the eyes, we're going to crawl the fingertips forward, taking a little fold here, making sure we're keeping the sit bones rooted down. And with an inhale, pressing yourself back up. We're going to bring the right fingertips beside us, resting them on the ground. Inhale, bringing the left arm up alongside the ear. And on the exhale, taking a fold toward the right. So making sure we aren't hugging the shoulders up toward the ears. They're nice and relaxed. Equal distance between shoulders and ears. Reaching through the fingertips of the left hand. Getting a nice stretch along the left side of the body. And with an inhale, we'll lift, left fingertips down, right arm up alongside the ear. Exhale, fold. And breathing into that stretch, creating space. And with an inhale, we'll lift. We're going to switch the legs out here, so whichever one's behind, bring it forward, just making sure we're keeping the body balanced as we move through our practice. And we'll crawl the fingertips forward once more. And on an inhale, push yourself back up. We're going to send the right fingertips back behind the right sit bone. Left hand comes to the right knee. Inhale, we lengthen the spine. And on an exhale, journey into a little twist here to the right, gazing toward the right shoulder. Not taking it too deep, since we're just warming up and being gentle with our bodies. And with an inhale, we'll bring it back center. Left fingertips behind the left sit bone, right hand to the left knee. Inhale to lengthen. And exhale, twist. Gazing toward the left shoulder. And with an inhale, we'll bring it around center. We're going to roll forward on all fours, scooching back on your mat a little bit if you need to get more towards the center of the mat. Bring the knees out to mat width apart. Touch the big toes behind. Shift the hips back. We're going to sink the sit bones right on top of the heels if that's available. Reach the fingertips forward to the front edge of the mat. And start to melt the armpits down toward the mat, lowering onto the forearms and then the forehead into our child's pose. If that's not accessible, another option here is to stack the fists and bring the forehead to rest on the fists. And just a few breaths here. Start to find a little bit of a rocking left and right in the hips. And slowly coming back to center, And on your next inhale, push up onto all fours into table. Fingers are spread wide, wrists are under the shoulders, knees are hip width apart under the hips. The spine's in neutral, flat back. The head's not reaching up or looking down, but the head and neck are in neutral. And just feeling out the integrity of the pose here. The palms pressing the mat away, making sure we aren't collapsing into the bones, the shoulders, the elbows, the wrists. And the flaps of the feet are on the mat. And with an inhale, we'll sink the belly, lift the tail, lift the gaze. And on our exhale, round the back and shoulders, drawing the navel toward the spine, tucking the chin. Inhale, sink the belly, lift the tail into cow. Exhale, round the back and shoulders into cat. And continue here, moving with your own breath. And matching the length of your inhales and exhales with the length of your movement. Really allowing the breath to be that connection between mind and body. And your next inhale will come to flat back, neutral spine. We're going to roll the toes under. We're going to work into our down dog. So if somebody's got a string attached to your tailbone and lifting you straight up, we'll start from there. So exhale, lift the tail straight up, shift the hips back, sinking the heels. Shoulders pressing away from the ears, rotating toward the inner edges of the hands. And bending the knees a little bit if you need to here to help release any tension in the hamstrings or in the back. The fingers are spread wide, and the front of the wrists are squared toward the front of the mat. And we'll slowly walk the feet forward to the front of the mat. Generously bending the knees here. Hands will come to the shins, slide them up. They come to rest on the top of the thighs, and we'll slowly roll up, stacking the spine. No need to get anywhere in a hurry, just being in the experience. Head will be the last to rise. And we'll loop the shoulders forward, up, and back a few times. And one more time with the shoulders. Forward, up, and back. Externally rotate the upper arms, face the palms forward. And we're in our Tadasana mountain pose. So always building our poses from the ground up for a nice, strong foundation. Checking in with the feet. They should be hip distance apart, equal distance between toes and heels. We should be able to lift the toes and still have a nice, strong foundation grounding through the four corners of the feet. The knees are strong but soft, not locked. And our alignment here is head over heart, heart over pelvis. So let's just gently close the eyes. A few breaths here in Tadasana. And then gently opening the eyes. On our inhale, reaching arms out from the sides, up overhead. Hands meet to prayer. Exhale them down to heart center. Inhale the arms up from the sides overhead. They meet to prayer. Exhale them down, heart center. Inhale the arms up overhead. On this exhale, we'll fold, bending the knees, hinging from the hips. Inhale, rising all the way back up, rooting down through the feet as we rise. Slight back bend at the top if you like. Exhale, fold. Leading with the heart, not the head. Inhale, rise all the way back up. Exhale, fold. Inhale to a halfway lift. Hands will come to the shins, gaze forward. Exhale, fingertips in line with the toes. Next, inhale, big step back with the right foot. And when we make that step back, checking in with the alignment, making sure we don't have a heel to toe alignment going on here. We don't want to be on a tightrope. We want to make sure we're on two skis. The left knee's over the left ankle. And we'll lower the right knee, flatten out the top of the right foot. Inhale, reach the arms out and up for a modified crescent lunge. Shoulders are relaxed. Gaze can be forward or drawing a line with the nose, gazing up between the hands. Hands meet to prayer. Exhale them down to heart center. Inhale, press the hands forward. Exhale, open up to the right. The right hand reaches behind. Gaze can be up to the side or back with that hand. With an inhale, bring it center, reach out, reach up. Exhale, fingertips down. Roll the toes under on the back foot. Step it forward, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, rooting down through the feet as you rise. And exhale, fold. Inhale to a half lift, hands on shins. Exhale, fold. Fingertips in line with the toes. Your next inhale, big step back with the left foot. Checking in with our alignment, making sure the right knee's over the right ankle. Lowering the left knee, flatten out the top of the right foot. Inhale, reach the arms out and up. Relax the shoulders, heart open, reaching forward. Gaze forward or between the hands. Hands meet to prayer. Exhale them down to heart center. Inhale, press them forward. Exhale, open to the left. Your gaze can be at the back hand or out towards the side. Inhale, come in center, reach out, reach up. Exhale, fingertips down to the mat. Roll the toes under on the back foot, step it back to your down dog. Nice and strong here. We're going to lift the left heel while the right heel is sinking down, and then sink the left heel while the right heel lifts. So a walking in place kind of movement going on here, really getting into the calves. And then coming back to center with that. We'll walk the hands to the back edge of the mat, finding a forward fold. Grabbing onto the elbows, let the crown of the head sink down toward the mat. Bend the knees a little bit. Find a gentle sway in the hips in our ragdoll pose. A nice strong foundation through the feet and the legs, and the torso nice and soft, a vessel for the breath. And then slowly coming back center, release the hands down, walk them back out to your down dog. Nice and strong, heels sinking down toward the mat. On our inhale, we're going to roll forward, drop the knees down to the mat. Cross the ankles behind, shift the hips all the way back, and then stretching the legs forward. Finding your way to the front of the mat into Tadasana, staff pose. Reach the arms forward, and we're slowly just going to lower all the way down to the mat, operating from the core here with control. And once we get there, we'll hug the knees in, interlace the fingers on top of the shins, and find a little bit of a slow rock left to right, massaging the back and the spine. And then slowly coming center with that, keeping the knees bent in. Hands will come down to the sides, palms down. Inhale, pressing the legs forward, keeping them lifted. Exhale, bend the knees back in. Inhale, extending the legs, keeping them lifted. Exhale, bend the knees. 2 more times with that. Inhale, extend the legs. Exhale, bend them in. And the last time, inhale, extending the legs. Exhale, bend the knees in. Interlace the fingers at the top of the shins. Find a little rock left to right. And then slowly coming center, we're going to extend both legs out, down onto the mat. Hands are going to come out from the hips, palms up. However far out is comfortable for your shoulders, where they're relaxed down. And we're working into our Shavasana, our final relaxation where we end all of our yoga practices. Staying here for a few minutes, just following the breath, finding the space between the thoughts. Thank you for joining me and checking out this video. Namaste.